Oh my god. He has nice balls. Arden has some really nice balls. I'd love to suck on those. I think I would. Yeah. They're delicious looking. Damn. Hi guys, I just want to take a second to thank all my patrons here who have donated to me. No matter how much they've donated to me, it really means a lot to me. And if you guys want, you can check out my Patreon and help support me continue to make yaoi videos. Thanks guys. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Chess of Blades. In the last episode, we finally uncovered the secret plot that was unlaid by Saber. And also, someone in the comments told me that actually Saber's route is a thing. They did reach that goal on the Kickstarter. It was Silas they didn't reach, so does that mean I can fuck Saber? Okay, I mean, let's do it. Anyway, we're about to have our sexy scene with Arden, I think. I hope. I mean, I better. Speaking of other things, I'm not entirely sure what to do as I let Arden into my room, closing the door and clearing my throat. Oh god, you know exactly what you want to do. I hope you cleared your bowels too. I make my way over to the fireplace, wondering if I should sit down in a chair or ask if he wants to talk. He follows me closely, stopping a few feet away when I turn around to face him. The two of us stand silently for a few moments, avoiding direct eye contact, doubtlessly both thinking the same thing. I try to muster the courage to get out the words I want to say, but for whatever reason, they keep getting stuck in my throat. Damn it! It's not the only thing that'll be getting stuck in his throat. Hey yo! Finally, Arden steps closer, reaching out to take both of my hands in his own. Are they just gonna keep grunting at each other? I glance up to see his eyes focused on me with determination and a fiercely protective warmth. Oh, Arden, take me again, like you used to when we were schoolboys.
I know you still doubt me. You have every right to, really. But will you let me explain myself?
His quiet, gentle words form a hopeful question that hangs in the air. Unable to refuse, I just nod my head reluctantly, feeling my heart rate steadily increase.
It's true, what Saber said. My father had me with another woman, not his wife. Because of that, I never really felt like I had a place at home, which is why I loved spending time with you and your family so much. When you told me you wanted us to follow in the footsteps of our fathers and become great men, I knew something like that would be almost impossible for me. Father would never sponsor me for a high position. My birth was a shame to him, and still is.
Don't say that. He loves you, I'm sure of it. He has to be proud of all you've accomplished.
How do you know that, Rivian? You don't know shit. My angry words elicit a slow, grateful smile on Arden's lips, and he casts his gaze down to the floor for a long moment.
My mother, father's wife, was never happy with me. Not when she had her own legitimate children with father to take care of. And so, she convinced him to send me away to a military training academy as soon as I became eligible. They told me about it before I made my promise to you. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you I was leaving. I hoped I'd be able to escape, or find some way to keep in contact with you while I was gone.
Oh my god, that's such a shitty reason for ghosting on us. Literally, you couldn't bring yourself to tell us? Ugh, god. His hands tighten around mine, and he brings them to his chest where I can feel his own heart racing. Oh, his warm chest. Can I get under those clothes? Can I feel your bare skin? Can I play with your nipples?
When I arrived at the academy, though, I realized I might really have a chance to rise to an honorable position. I worked as hard as I could every day, thinking of you. I wanted to meet you again as an equal, and we could make good on our promise. I was too ashamed of the reason why I'd been sent away to write to you, and I could only pray that you'd understand. even though now I know it was a mistake.
Arden's gaze returns to mine, where I see the same longing, searching loneliness that I've been feeling all this time. I bite my lip, wanting to refute his words as excuses, but he speaks them so soulfully that they can't be anything other than the true contents of his heart.
I heard you'd be here, and I was so excited to finally see you again. But you've been so cold to me. I couldn't blame you for it, but I just wanted things to go back to the way they were, to finally confess the way I felt to you.
You left me without a word. I thought you knew me well enough to guess how bitter I'd be about the whole thing. And that you realized I was in love with you back then.
He admits to it. The tsundere admits to his feelings.
Just like how I still am now.
Arden's eyes blink wide at my bold words. I feel its heat steadily rising to my face, but I manage to keep some hold over my composure.
I'm not a man who's keen on second chances, but I've never felt the same way about anyone like I have for you, and so...
I swallow, doing my best to try and act steely.
I would like to be yours if you'll have me.
If you wouldn't mind fucking me right now, it would be most pleasant, Arden. Most pleasant indeed. Silence drifts in the gap after my words, and I close my eyes tightly, completely aware that my cheeks have to be the color of roses. Just as I start to open one eye to make sure that Arden's still there, suddenly he pulls me into a fiery kiss, cupping my face and holding me close. I tense up at first, but then I slowly relax against him, pressing back into the embrace. Oh god, was that the sound of them trading spit? Unlike our first kiss, this one is more heated and passionate, the culmination of all the suppressed feelings we've had for each other. I curl my arms around his neck and part my lips, letting his insistent tongue press forward into my mouth. Our tongues dance with each other, warmly entwining and daringly exploring, and the unusual sensation starts to make a heat bubble at the base of my spine. What? The unusual sensation starts to make heat bubble at the base of my spine? What does that mean? I've never felt that before in my life. This isn't good. Is that a medical condition? Is that why it's not good? I feel like my self-control and modesty are starting to slip away. I just feel like I'm becoming a slut for Arden. Our lips finally part, and Arden buries his face against my neck, softly kissing on my throat as his arms tighten around my waist.
Riv, I want you.
He lifts his head to gaze at me heatedly, those puppy dog eyes more demanding and desperately longing than before, although no less persuasive.
Well, what are you waiting for? My written consent on a scroll?
I mutter under my breath, but a delighted look quickly lights up Arden's features. He knows what he wants, and he knows what he has to do to get it.
Should I mean...
As I nervously fiddle with my shirt, Arden pulls off his uniform so quickly that I barely have time to register what's happening. Bloody hell, how is he so fast? Seeming to recognize my uncertainty, he steps up to me and slips off my coat off my arms, beginning to gently unbutton my shirt, although I can tell how impatient he is. I can't help but gaze at his nude body in the meanwhile. All the training has really made him leanly muscular, and even though he's not much taller than I am, he's still graceful and long-limbed with an incredibly beautiful physique.
Riv, your face is all red. You're so cute.
Well, what do you expect? It's my first time, you know.
Oh no! I shouldn't be outing myself as a virgin. I can't let him know how inexperienced I am. With a soft, knowing smile, Arden helps me shed the rest of my clothing before pulling my bare form up against him. Ooh, are we gonna get some dick action? Let's see what this is like. Ah, he's so warm.
I know. It's mine, too. I was always hoping that I could be your first, and you could be mine.
His earnest words make me want to rush for the bed and dive under the covers. I don't get the chance to, though, as Arden presses me into the nearby chair, pulling my legs into a thoroughly embarrassing position. Wow, guys, so we had a pretty beautiful moment just then. Rivian really, sat on that dick, and he really got that. He got that cum, he got it. At last, as the numbing pleasure wanes to a more gentle, warm sense of satisfaction, I lean forward heavily against Arden, nuzzling into his shoulder. His arms tightly curl around me, with one of his hands drifting through my hair to stroke it softly. I feel his ragged breath tickling my cheek as he presses his lips to my skin reverently, and I can't help but smirk a little.
My little guard dog. How lucky I am.
Arden tightly squeezes me in a firm embrace as I mumble against his neck, and he lets out a soft, happy laugh.
I'm the lucky one, Riv. And this time, I won't be leaving your side again.
The quiet, reassuring tone of his words is so confident that I feel all the remaining tension and doubt in my heart slip away entirely. Exhaling a long, slow breath, I let my eyes drift closed again, warm and safe in the arms that I want to stay in forever. Oh, you're not even gonna clean yourself out? Oh, Riv's asshole is full of cum, guys. It's nasty.
I'll be holding you to that promise, Arden.
What?
No, Riv, not like that. You'll take someone's eye out.
What's going on? What was that noise?
It's not my fault the bloody thing's so unwieldy. Besides, wouldn't I want to take my opponent's eye out? It's a tactical maneuver.
Sighing, Arden shakes his head and approaches my side.
You're an awful student, Riv. I just don't know if I can make a swordsman out of you.
Well, you're an awful teacher. You keep getting distracted and stare at my face whenever we get too close in a spar.
At my retort, Arden flushes, averting his gaze guiltily. A moment later, though, he grabs my wrist, catching me by surprise so much that I almost drop the blade I'm holding.
See, Riv, you have to hold it more like this. Delicately. I know there's a gentle streak in you somewhere.
Are you so very sure about that? I must be getting too soft with you.
Oh, you are. And I love every moment of it.
He grins so warmly and happily at me that I can't find it in my heart to so much as poke fun at him. I've come to love that smile of his more than I ever thought I could, and now I'm the one staring at his face, unable to tear myself away. It's been several months since we left the king's celebration in one piece. The whole affair was kept quiet as possible, but His Majesty bestowed honorary titles and position upon both of us for service to the crown. As if that didn't make it obvious. Now that Hazel's disguise as a maid's daughter has been uncovered by the disciples, though she's been brought back to live with the royal family, with Emily staying nearby, of course. I understand now why. I thought she looked faintly familiar the first time I saw her. She resembles the king so much you'd think she was his own daughter. Arden now serves as the second in command of the Royal Guard, and I'm training with the Guard's intelligence unit to help uncover more agents of the Disciples. Luckily, our jobs let us spend quite a bit of time together. We've grown almost inseparably close, and I'm sure there are rumors about our relationship among members of the Guard. And recently, Arden's been hinting that he wants us to start sharing a house somewhere. Oh, are we gonna get married? To be honest, I really wouldn't mind. He has some annoying habits that doubtlessly get on my nerves now and then, but if it meant being greeted by an excited puppy every time I got home, I think it'd be more than worth it. I swipe out at Arden's shoulder, but he parries without so much as batting an eye.
Just you wait, you little...
Despite my annoyed growl, I can't deny that I enjoy every moment of the lessons Arden gives me. Or more accurately, I just enjoy every moment we get to spend together. I'm still far from an extrovert, but Arden's one of the few people who I actually relish being around and who can help me relax after a long day. We circle each other, and I do my best to focus on Arden's blade rather than the wide, playful smirk on his face. I didn't really appreciate how fast and deft he was with a sword until we started sparring. I guess he took all that training seriously after all. I know I'll never be as skilled as he is in combat, but I want to know the basics of swordplay, just so I don't feel entirely defenseless if I'm ever in a dire situation like the one we were in before. Beyond that, I'd like to be able to protect Arden somehow. Even if he's my loyal guard dog, I want to keep him safe too. Beyond that, now that I've relented and let myself become attached to him again, I'll be damned if I let anything or anyone take him away from me. Yeah, protect that man.
Ha! Take that!
What? You almost caught me with that one, Riv. Now, think fast!
Arden lunges at me, but I stop his blade with my own just in time.
Not today, you charlatan.
You're so cute when you're fired up like this, you know?
I let out a huff to which Arden winks at me with a teasing smirk.
Excuse me, I think you mean intimidating.
Oh, yes! I'm quaking in my boots, Riv. Can't you tell?
The sound of our banter cheerfully fills the air, echoing alongside the clashing of our swords. Although my mind is focused on dodging the incoming blows, my heart marvels at how blissful this one moment is. My most fervent wish is for many more to come, and to never be apart from Arden again. Aww, what a happy ending. We did it, guys! We beat the game! That was a pretty good game. I mean, I really liked, I love the music in this game. Who didn't love the music in this game? It's excellent. All of the tracks are just so beautiful, right? And I did like the voice acting too. I liked it a lot. And the art was pretty good overall, I think. Not as good as some of the other visual novels I've played, but it was pretty good overall. Just one sex scene for the whole game though. Oh, it's so sad. It's truly sad, isn't it? I mean, I think it is. Just one? I mean, I guess all the other routes you're gonna have at least one too. I mean, I'm assuming just one. But I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to get Silas's. Wait, no, Silas was the one who doesn't have a route. I'm gonna have to get Linnaeus. Wait, no, I'm going... Not Linnaeus. What was the other guy's name? The daddy guy that everyone likes that I don't even care about? Him, Franz. Yeah. I'm gonna go for Franz next, then I'll get Linnaeus afterwards, so, I mean... We're not done with Chess of Blades just yet. We need to see their routes too. Oh, but look at Arden. He was the best. He was best boy, wasn't he? Wasn't he, guys? Yeah, but, you guys, I did have a little bit of, trouble recently. I mean, I guess this is as good a time to talk about as any while these credits play. But I did have a little bit of trouble, with YouTube filing a strike against me recently. Like, on a video that had absolutely no sexual content in it. And, like, I already had one strike on my channel already from another video that was totally striked, in a totally erroneous manner. Because there was nothing illicit in that video, not really. But... So that was the second strike, so basically I had to try and contest that one, otherwise I couldn't upload for 2 weeks. Thankfully, it got revoked, or repealed, but... What I'm trying to say is follow my Twitter, just in case anything ever happens to my channel. It's in the description. Follow my Twitter. You're also gonna have to follow my Twitter if you want to see that sex scene that just happened in this episode. So thank you guys for watching, and next time we'll start Franz's route on Chess of Blades. Bye, guys.